We're close to the weekends. Reading with those fans. Tonight we are reading Zen Ties. Mom, there's a bear over there, said the little girl. A what? Asked her mother. A big panda bear, said the girl. What's he doing? Asked the little girl's mother. He's sitting. Maybe he's waiting for someone, said her mother. Stillwater was waiting for someone. He was waiting for the arrival of his nephew, Karl. Uncle Stillwater, summer, I have arrived. Seeing you brings smiles. Hi, Karl, said Stillwater. I brought you some welcome balloons. Karl took the balloons and bowed. An uplifting gift. Could you carry my case, generous uncle? Asked Karl. It's a short walk to the house, but there's a nice park on the way. Let's stop there and have some tea, said Stillwater. Stillwater, Karl, and the balloons all sat quietly in the park. Tea was very good. My cup holds emptiness now. Where shall I put it? Asked Karl. Stillwater did not like to waste. We will use these cups every day while you're here, so we should save them. Suddenly, Stillwater burst out laughing. That tickles, he said. Hi, Stillwater, said his friends Addy, Michael, and Karl. We were just coming to see you. Hello, said Stillwater. I would like you to meet my nephew, Karl. The children introduced themselves, and everyone ran out to play. Addy invented a game called Jump on Stillwater. It was fun. Michael wanted to ask Stillwater a question. I'm going to be in a spelling bee, Michael said. What would you do if you were in a spelling bee? I would spell words, said Stillwater. Michael looked at his shoes. What if you weren't sure of how good you were? I'm anxious about it. I feel like I'm going to mess up. Do your best. That's what you are supposed to do, said Stillwater. But it's hard to do my best when I'm nervous, said Michael. Stillwater nodded, then he smiled. Karl and I have to visit Miss Whittaker this afternoon. I would like you, Karl and Addy, to come along. The Miss Whittaker who lives on our street? Asked Addy. That Miss Whittaker? Asked Karl. She hates us. She's really old and she spits when she talks. Ew. Every time we walk past her house, she shouts at us and she scares me. She's your friend? Michael asked. Stillwater looked at them. Yes, he said. She isn't feeling well, and we must bring her something to eat. The children helped Stillwater prepare some soup. It smelled very good. Then they put it on a tray with some soft bread. As they walked quickly down the street, Stillwater said, Miss Whittaker is a good friend. You'll see. Why on earth did you bring these children here? Shouted Miss Whittaker. The children backed away. Hello, Miss Whittaker, said Stillwater. You look well today. I've brought you some nice soup. Karl looked at Miss Whittaker. She did not look well at all. She looked thin and she looked small, much smaller than she did when she stood on the porch yelling at them for throwing a ball in her yard. Stillwater helped Miss Whittaker up to bed, and he offered her the soup. Then he asked Addy to sweep the floors, and he asked Michael to open the curtains and blinds. Karl, hold the dustpan still, said Addy. Karl and Koo are very good at drawing pictures, said Stillwater. I can't see pictures anymore, said Miss Whittaker crossly. Karl and Koo drew several pictures together. When it was time to leave, Stillwater put them around Miss Whittaker's bed. He told her they would come back tomorrow. Outside, the children said goodbye. Bye, said Karl. Bye, said Addy. See you tomorrow, said Stillwater. I don't know, said Michael. I should study for my spelling bee. You should come, said Stillwater. You should come early. The next morning, Stillwater told Michael Miss Whittaker used to teach English. She did? Asked Michael. Then Stillwater said, Miss Whittaker, did you know Michael was going to be in a spelling bee? Well, said Miss Whittaker, I know something about that. Now listen, just like plants, words have roots, Miss Whittaker said. A plant grows from its roots, and so do words. Roots of words can teach you to spell. And with that, Michael spent the morning with Miss Whittaker studying for his spelling bee. The next day, Stillwater found Koo looking up at the apple tree in Miss Whittaker's front yard. Oh, hello, Stillwater, said a voice from up the tree. Can you catch me? I was getting some apples for Miss Whittaker, said Karl. This morning sunlight gathering apples and a boy, said Koo. After the spelling bee, Michael raced to Miss Whittaker's. I did it, said Michael. I made it all the way through to the end. Good, said Stillwater. So you were not too nervous. The judges were nothing compared to Miss Whittaker, said Michael. Yeah, said Karl. Just this morning she was shouting at us again. Then why are you smiling, said Stillwater. She was telling us to get out of the street and play in her yard. On the last day of Koo's visit, Michael presented Miss Whittaker with the ribbon he got at the spelling bee. Karl gave her the apples he had gathered. My mother taught me to make apple tea, said Miss Whittaker. I haven't made it for years. Now Addy and I have made some for you. When it was time to say goodbye, Addy, Michael, and Karl gave Koo a big hug. Summer fading, new friends' faces lighten the way home, said Koo. At the train station, Stillwater looked over at Koo. You may throw away your cup now, said Stillwater. Koo shook his head. Nearing my visit's end, summer now tastes of apple tea. I will keep my cup, said Pooh. The end. I hope you enjoyed this book. Make sure to share and subscribe, and tell your friends and be good.